Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode on Just Bound, where we sit, gossip and laugh. Yes, and if this is your first time coming across this channel, please subscribe to get more videos from this channel, and hit the notification button to get notified when more videos drop. Right? Yeah, and let's get into what we have today. As we all know the drill, we're here to talk about, the Bbnaija All-Stars housemates. Honestly, you guys, I don't know what's with this the Olopade's family something. It's just seeing Adekunle and Venita behave the way they behave in the house is just it's tiring. Okay, so let's get into it. Right, okay, so yesterday Adekunle and Venita were in the garden discussing about the housemates, a selected few, the housemates. And in the first part was I saw Adekunle bringing out a piece of paper and a pen, and he was writing on it. So this is where Adekunle and Venita were actually communicating through paper. And if we recall, it's actually forbidden to communicate through a piece of paper, because the only communication that is allowed is through is verbally. And I think what was on that piece of paper was a list of some of the housemates that they were talking about. So once it gets to one person, Adekunle was ticking or whatever, and there was a conversation they were having about a housemate where they were like, they are glad that she's having fun, she's now free, she's being involved in more winning tasks. And you guys, I'm very sure it was Ilebaye. Extremely sure it's Ilebaye, because Venita also mentioned that she's free from manipulation. And it's Doyin Ilebaye has actually been in that space with. And they were talking about, she's still young, she has many more manipulations to come her way, that it's now left to her to decide when she wants to be manipulated. I'm like you are the greatest manipulator in the whole universe. And I remember the time Doyin picked up Ilebaye's fight. After Big Brother reviewed the video of what Ike did to Ilebaye's clothes, and she saw that Venita and Shay were there, and they chose to walk out and not be involved in whatever Ike was doing, when they had the power or the chance to actually stop it, and they did nothing. They just wanted out. They didn't want to be part of it. And then Doyin was going on about how Venita is the mother, and she sat there and watched them do that to a young girl, and she didn't do anything. And that's where the clash came from for Venita and Doyin. Actually, they've never agreed, but that was like the breaking point of it all. And then Ilebaye went over to Venita and apologized for Doyin's words. And then she also admitted to Venita's reaction anytime Doyin walks in the room, where she behaves like she's actually gonna puke, ready to throw up, trying to incite that Doyin's presence or existence irritates her, which is a very disgusting attitude. It's a very bad attitude for someone who has a daughter, not just one, two, and you're a mother. You also went into the diary room, being all emotional, like you miss your daughters, you miss your unicorns. She called them unicorns, and you're doing what you're doing to someone else's daughter, and you expect that in the future your children will go through such. It's not right now. And then Adekunle, the one I don't even understand there is Adekunle. Fine, Venita and a sentiment, but Adekunle, what is your problem? I do not even understand at this point. He never reprimands Venita for her actions. He's always standing solidly behind her. Like, there's nothing Venita does wrong in his eyes, like if she's doing it to someone else. But if they have a fight between themselves, he's able to push blame. But once it's with someone else, he's always, I'll fight for my wife. Uncle, calm down. You have not married yet. Rubbish. Well, it's okay for you to not like somebody, but you know, intentionally trying to poke the person, you know, trying to annoy the person, bullying the person, calling her ugly, calling her demeaning names is just out of character for me. Really out of character. And, you know, I just feel like Venita should really, you know, sit with herself and analyze her whole self, because she comes into the house, you know, with a high pedestal, you know, acting like, oh, some people are not on her level. Or are you forgetting? Okay, despite the achievements you have outside the house, you guys are all in Big Brother's house, fighting for the same money, the grand prize, and you are here saying what does not concern us. You guys are all the same in the house. So far, you are all contesting for the same grand prize. Don't come here and put yourself on one high horse. You will fall down, auntie. You will fall. You know, having said all of that, I really think Big Brother should address this issue of where Adekunle and Venita were using a piece of paper to communicate, because the only piece of communication that is allowed is verbally, which the viewers are meant to hear or see, or something like that. And we all remember even Angel wrote a love letter where she disguised herself as Sissy and wrote the love letter to Adekunle and kept it in its wardrobe. She read it all out, what she wrote, you know, just so that the viewers can know what she was doing exactly. That one is justified, assuming these people were actually, in fact, it was just a coded conversation, which is not really allowed, and I hope Big Brother actually addresses it, you know. And that's all for today.